All right, everyone, so let's take a look at today, 11 December. I already posted the Astro hours and the swing days in the members area. All right, so you can go and check them out there. And let's take a look. So let's start with the euro dollar now. It's a new week. So we're going to start off with the new week. As you can see, we had this pushback there. The market made that target and then just dumped there. Now, if it goes back up again, selling is not a bad idea. If you take a look at the monthly, it swept out all the stops of everyone and closed. Well, it hasn't closed yet. The market hasn't, the month hasn't closed yet. But as you can see, this is pretty much where it should be coming down from, as you can see, sweeping everybody out. So if it goes back up, can we sell again? Yeah, but we have to be careful here, which is 1990. All right. The place where we can sell again is 58 and 62, which is 2035 and 2077. But buying is also an option. 2035 is here. 2000, I'm just going to keep that there. 2077 is there. So we still have room to go up as well. Okay. Let's see how things pan out. Now, remember last week I said 2000 is going to be a weekly level, so the market was definitely attracted to there. If you learned technical analysis from me, you would have been on top of your game, because if you check it out, okay, this is your impulse wave down. Okay, this is your ABC forming a pennant on the 4-hour chart. Selling was okay to go down there. All right, and that's fine. Okay, and pretty much it. So let's get back onto the 15-minute chart. This is why I always say also you can use this small time frame to just go back and forth and to understand what's going on in your 1-hour chart as well. So now we've got a good place where the market can pick up. On the daily, you can see we're right there. 43 is 1990. So now we've got 1990 here. 1990, which is pretty much this thing here, isn't it? Yeah, so we might just dip down a little bit here into this 1990. It's not a problem. Okay, just tapping into there. This zone we marked in before, so there are no surprises here. Okay, remember? We said we should dip down into here first. We still got room to come down. We are going to come down. Okay, sooner or later, we're going to have to come down all the way back into this 18, 10, 30 zone again. All right, so sooner or later, we're going to end up there. I can actually get rid of all this now. These are all pretty much done. Nothing to talk about. So these levels we'll keep an eye out for. If the market goes back up again, selling is not going to be a bad idea. And initially, that level is now going to be this level here. Okay, so if the market does come back here as well, it's going to be a sell zone there. All right, which is also the Mars line there. As you can see, Mars pretty much effective on here. Okay, so that's the first support. Going back up onto 54 is 2023. So that 2023 zone is also going to be important. So now I'm going to keep that. And I'm just going to get rid of these. And I'm going to put a 2023 there. Okay. Which is looking logical since we've got this here. All right. 2027, 35, 2023. So these are natural targets that the market will want to come up to 2023. Okay, getting in there, getting in there. If we keep going up, it'll go in there. That's the weekly pivot today. So going into that weekly pivot is also an option this week. Remember, the swing days are up and running. Monday is a swing day. So the lows to go up is not a bad idea since the market came into a swing day. All right. Can the market go down and dip a little bit more? Look, it can, okay? But this is pretty much not a bad spot. The market can do anything, but this is not a bad spot to get back in the game here. Just gonna do that. All right. So yeah, looking to go long at these lows in this zone is good. Let's take a look at SB 500. It's a new week. We're up here. Want to sell again? Yes, we do. On the monthly, we're up here. We've had a breakout on the monthly last month as well. Okay. So if the market does come back down, it's in that range, you can see. Okay. Why is it in that range? Because of this. Let me just get rid of that. Okay. So if I do this, okay, you can see that's the sweep. Okay. Taking out the stops, closing below. Today is also a sell. Maybe might go just a bit higher to 74. 4622, 4610. Let's do this. 4622 is up here. Okay. 4610 is just going to be there. We can get rid of this. That target was done last week. So that's that. And that's already done today as well. Okay. So what to do with this? On the weekly, let's take a look. On the weekly, we should retrace down a little bit. Okay, so we've got room to come down on the monthly. We have a breakout on the daily. If the market comes back down into 63.58, it's going to be a buy level. 4582, 4565. So we got 4582 and 65. Yeah. All right, and the previous day low is there as well. So we should have places to test. That's the previous day's high, which is Friday. Where's the previous week's high? Let's see. That's also going to be the previous week's high, isn't it? Because that's the high it made. Okay. So first looks like we'll go for liquidity testing there. Okay, we'll go for a liquidity take up. And then if the market comes down, we should pop down. So if we go up first, selling is a better option. Okay. And that could happen in the evening today. Look out for, because it's an index, right? You need to look out for lunchtime and also New York opening hours. When I say lunchtime, obviously I'm talking about my time. All right. So not a lot of hours today anyway. So New York after opening, and then that should, if the market does swing, it should take us to closing. All right, so it might be a good day to trade at all, a very good day to trade. That's that. Okay, so if we end up somewhere at the tops, it's also possibly a good level to come down from. That's on the weekly. Let me just check that monthly LCL 4868. That's going to be quite high. LCL on 4905. What about the max out there? If I do a 78.79, 4660.74. That's going to be out there. 4660. 4674 is going to be there somewhere. All right, they're a bit out there, but we'll stick with these in the meantime. Okay, so going up here, sweeping, coming down. Okay, retesting these to go back up is not a bad idea. If we come back down, going up is okay, since you see we're closing higher than the swings. Okay, if it comes down first, we'll be buyers to go up. If it goes up first, we'll be sellers to go down. Okay. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. It's a new week as well on this one. This is the new week. On the daily, remember we had that zone there. That was it. The gaps pretty much filled in. A little bit lower is ideal. 36 on the daily is not a bad spot. 1.0740. 1.0760 was a target yesterday. Actually, it was a target on the weekly. Now got 0740 down here. All right. So the previous week and the previous day low, it's not a bad idea to get into. I'm not going to get rid of this. That's already done, as you can see. If we refresh this, we'll get our daily, weekly pivots up and running. If the market comes down first, we want to go up to retest. Remember, euro dollar swing day is, you know when that is. I've posted it up. So this might muck around a little bit until that swing day. And if we hang around in the lows, then on that swing day, we can turn around. Or if we go up, we can turn around as well. Okay, so it's all good. All right, so if we come down first into that swing day, that's fine. We should then be able to push up. If we go high, we need to go above this. If you're trading the euro dollar, okay, be mindful that we need to go above this swing, and the targets are up here, okay, before we start thinking about selling, and there's a gap here on the daily. Okay, my hope is if the market does, where are we? We're on the 11th of December. We have to be careful because we got Mercury retro plus a new moon happening. All right, so if we come down into the swing day, I think going up is the way to go. Be careful for surprises on Wednesday because there's still room to fill here. Okay. But like I said, if we come down to the lows, this level, previous weekday low, is good to push up into the next swing day afterwards. And then we'll have to check it out. And we'll have to be extra careful on Wednesday. All right, let's take a look at Dow Jones, NASDAQ, Bitcoin. Okay, so here's Dow Jones. Let's take a look. Here we are, nice in that zone again. This is a sell zone, remember. Now, this is a good, nice impulse wave, as you can see. But this zone is still, for us, is going to be a sell zone, right? So we're going to be selling in this zone, okay? Market's up there. If you sold last week there, you should have been okay because at the end of the day, the market did sell there, all right? So now that's a retest again, and it's Dow Jones. Monday is a swing day, so selling the highs is a way to go. On the weekly, all right, we're right up there. So once again, selling is the way to go. On the monthly, let's take a look. On the monthly, we've got a breakout, right? So on the monthly, we're in a bit of a dilemma, okay? But on the weekly, we're on a bit of a sell thing. Now, what can happen? Well, the market can go down, and then with this boost up, we can still go up again, okay? So this week, though, we're going to be at the highs here, as you can see. The market might still sweep this because this is a long wick, okay? It's a long wick, so this is why I'm taking this here rather than the last manipulation bar, okay? So this is why we're in this zone here. So selling in this zone is going to be okay. On the PST, I don't have anything extra. On the daily, we're also, the first support is going to be this 75, which is 36,182. 36,182 is there. All right, so if we break below this, okay, if we break below this, well, this is actually, if it breaks below this, be calm, okay, because what we have to do, the market still can take off from here because this is where the impulse happened. All right, this the impulse wave, market coming back down into this zone slightly lower is okay. And this is going to be the strong low. Why? Because the low of last week, as you can see, they bought nicely here. So if we go up first before coming down, we want to be a seller because the market at the end of the day should be coming way, way down back into this zone here. All right, we should get back onto that line. As you can see, we will get back onto this line as well. So selling the highs into there, if it breaks back into there and so on, is the way to go. And afterwards, we can think about going going long from the lows. All right, but that's going to take, like I said, a bit of time. Okay, yeah, that's going to take a bit of time. Right then, let's take a look at NASDAQ. Now, same kind of thing here. Let's do this. Let's get rid of these first. Let's delete them. Get to the end. Right, we're here. Now on NASDAQ as well, new week. So we're up on the weekly chart here. As you can see, this is again resistance zone here. On the monthly, remember all of the indices are kind of pretty much breaking out there. And this is like a breakout, okay, on the price as well. So we don't really want to stand in front of this stuff, but we should come back in order to go up. Okay, so coming back down in order to go up will mean that we'll either want to come back into a place here, as you can see, where the market broke that level there, okay, and then went back up. So selling the highs to push lower into there and possibly lower into here, all right, which is basically this zone here, is an option. So selling the highs to get back into here is not a bad idea at all. Afterwards, we should still see the market coming down. Like I said last week as well, the only drama worry I've got is a Christmas rally. Okay, so the next thing you'll be looking at is we've got Christmas rally making all-time highs. And then in January, once again, okay, this is 2000, let's get into 2023. Where are we? Market makes, let's do this. Okay, so this is December. This is, as you can see, oh, there was no Christmas rally. It was Christmas shorting, which is fine. It went all the way down into pretty much Christmas. Okay, that's your Christmas. And in January, they started buying. So what we might see is the opposite scenario. If we end up somewhere high, because that's what happened before as well. Let's take a look at these. All right, this is it here, as you can see. This is your Christmas rally right up into the 28th, and that's your January big flop. Okay, so this could still kind of like pan out here as well. Okay, so this is why we have to be a bit careful. All right. But if you get your hours and your pricing, you should be okay. So this is going to be the first support, as you can see here. You can actually do this if you want. Okay, because this is like pretty much the weekly. This zone is where the market flipped out. If it comes back down into this zone, previous day low, it's also where the market might go. That's the previous day and the week high. So if we go up, we can sell off downwards if it does it first. If we go down first, then we want to go up, all right? But here where we can sell, as you can see, the market's already done that on 16,105, which is up here. Okay, it's already done that. So if we go back up again, we want to be selling off. The other level can be 67, 69, which is 16,161,221. So 16,221. $161 up here as well. All right, so selling these levels as well is not a bad idea. Today is a swing day for indices. Keep an eye out for the next one for NASDAQ as well. All right, and remember this week we've got Mercury retrograde coming up and a new moon both on the same day, Wednesday. So if we go up first, we're sellers. If we come down first into the weekly, this zone, previous day low, that zone there, or lower into the previous week low, or this zone where the market picked up, these zones are going to be buy zones at Astro hours. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin on the daily, like I said, these days, I said you can sell on these days from the highs. If you did that, you should be okay because you see the market sold off. And today, especially, look at that. It's just a whopper, big push down into that zone right on the swing day. Okay, so that's fine. As you can see, that's gone back into that channel there. I do say don't buy the highs. So hopefully you are mindful enough not to buy the highs and you are okay to sell on the lines there. Okay. If the market still mucks around here, these days will also be a sell. If it comes down into here, then you'll want to go up. Okay. And so keep an eye out for these days. As you can see, after December, I don't have any days. I'm going to do the 2024 when I can get my ass to move. But until then, let's see what happens. Okay. And that's basically it. We should come back down here. That's your Venus line. So we're going to come back into that zone in any case. So I am expecting the market to push down. But this is a good impulse wave. And as you can see, the market is back in there. If I remove this just for a second, you'll see we're right tapping in there, as you can see. All right. So no big dramas. If we go back up again, selling is, I think, the better option if you think about it. On the weekly, we've tapped in there. We should pull back down into this blue zone, 66 to 58, 39,000 to 39,720, 40,000. So that 39,720 to 40,000 plus that 39,000 to 38,711 is going to be on the cards for us. Okie dokie. Right. Okay, so if we go back up again into the previous week high, previous day's high, we can sell off, and you can see that is just awesome. Right on Astro swing day, the market just blasts out, big push.